Try to turn the corner, went inside, and Andre blocked Damian Jones, but they'll call him.
This is probably about not what just happened, but the dunk a moment ago.
5 to shoot. Offensive foul called on Durant, who has words for Josh Hart as they throw the ball back and forth. And we're going to see double technicals on these two.
See, I don't like the double technical call. Durant threw the ball at him. What's he wanted him to do? Not throw it back?
Absolutely.
Get the instigator, Mike.
He looks at him, he says, stop flopping, and then
And there's Harrell and Rose going nose to nose. That gets the fans' attention.
Point shot in his entire career before he joined the Jazz. Now he's made 6 of them.
4-point game. Love hits from. And now some words exchanged. The referees jump in.
And anytime you go after the head, not the ball, even though I'm sure he tried to go after the ball, it's going to be.
You got to guard the ball, stay in front of the ball, and when you do need help, you've got to get early, appropriate help.
Just about 5 of those tonight. The Lakers have not been able to get it. Howard with the elbows, and Kobe was defending, and some words exchanged, and this goes back to what was the story when the two were wearing the same uniform, although they never played on the floor together. I love it. Little bad blood's always good, huh?
Yeah, it's all good. I mean, comments coming out from Dwight Howard saying he wasn't scared of Kobe, and Kobe being very demanding as a teammate. Look at the arms being swung here as the rebound is secured by Dwight Howard. There's one little jab, there's 2. There's 2 elbows here, there's one, and here's the second one.
Caught him right there at the left.
Absolutely.
Yep, caught him right in the chops.
Well, obviously pro-Laker crowd here and pro-Kobe. But here's the thing. Of the 5 guys on the floor for the Lakers, Kobe Bryant can't be the toughest guy.
Intensity ratcheting up here at the AT&T Center. There's the screen.
Down 12 points in game 4. Came back to win that game. Here's White. Murray's on the floor in a heap. White misses a 3, and the Nuggets have an injured star.
Well, he did hit him in the head, going for a block. Now they are going to review it. Is this the finals? James and Durant jawing at each other at half court.
You know, if they keep doing this, they're going to give Dante Jones another technical.
Now the officials, you know, we applauded them earlier for not doing double technicals when 2 guys are going, but this is continuing. As the playoff series goes on, tempers flare it, they get heated. Officials separate them. They're telling him Durant to go back to the bench.
And there's some words being tossed back and forth from the Heat bench to the Cavaliers bench, which should set up a rather interesting night Monday in Cleveland. Rodney McGruder obviously getting taunted by somebody, and I would guess J.R. Smith on that Cleveland bench.
It's J.R. Smith. They holding J.R. Smith back.
And J.R. Smith is saying some things to Dion Waiters. A very interesting response by Cleveland after getting blown out here in Miami by 28. This equals for the third time, the widest margin of victory ever for a Heat team over Cleveland.
Don't worry, baby. You got to come to Cleveland now.
Yep, with a full vote.
You got to come to Cleveland now. Don't poke the bear. Don't poke the bear.
JR helped led to the locker room. And who knows, these guys could be facing each other in the first round of the playoffs.
It's going to do it. And Lance Stevenson is going to lay it up and in. With 3.3 seconds left. And now DeRozan and Lance Stevenson getting into it with Tucker for laying that shot up and in with time running out. And the Raptors at midcourt here. And Tucker and Stevenson with words for one another. And PJ Tucker headed down toward the Indiana bench because typically as we...
Now watch this play here, Matt. See this? PJ Tucker got laid out by Stevenson. Stevenson got up right in his face. And Tucker looks at you, created a similar scenario.
Everybody was surprised that this happened. I certainly was surprised that he did it. Look at even Corey looks at him like, really? And you see DeRozan saying something, and PJ Tucker comes over, and then you see the rest of the Pacers and Carroll as well.
So technical fouls, Stevenson and Joseph.
He is a great rebounding guard.
Durant fouled as he got double teamed. Well, Patrick Beverley, this is what he does best. He's one of the premier defensive players in the league, and he is an absolute irritant. He's the perfect example of those players where if he's on the other team, you hate him. But if he's on your team, he's beloved.
That's what crew chief does. So now
look at Durant right now and Bobby Portis. Bobby Portis he wasn't being real nice.
they're not having a lot of fun, and they're still talking.
Offensive rebound, and a technical foul has been called. Cephalosha then shoves Anthony. That should be a technical foul.
But who's the initial tech on?
Don't know. Official called the tech and went inside. Noah, that's what he's saying to the officials. Schroeder now talking to Carmelo Anthony.